Morning to all. Types of leadership. Unit 4 in Principles of Management subject is presented in this video. These are all the different types of leadership. First one, autocratic leadership. Second one, democratic leadership. And then laissez-faire leadership. Then benevolent autocratic leadership. Then supportive leadership. First one, autocratic leadership. By the name itself, it is called as dictatorship, or it is dictatorial leadership. Example for an autocratic leadership is in the 20th century, the well-known autocratic leader is Hitler. So in the autocratic leadership, if the leader gives order, subordinates has to follow them unquestioningly. So the leader has full power and he has full authority over all the situations, and the leader has all the authority and he has the decision making power. The autocratic leader accomplishes tasks by threatening or punishing the subordinates. He maintains a highly critical and negative relations with the subordinates. So the autocratic leadership is not suitable in the long run. So in the autocratic leadership, this figure is very important. In the autocratic leadership, there is one-way communication, that is from the top to the bottom, from the autocratic leader to the follower, and no communication from the follower to the leader. So it is a one-way communication process. It is this in the autocratic leadership. Advantages of autocratic leadership. Autocratic leadership is suitable for managing inexperienced, unskilled, insecure and incompetent subordinates. The autocratic leader uses this approach when a major problem or crisis occurs within the organization and take full control. Quick decisions can be possible with this autocratic leadership because the decisions are taken by one person. So quick decisions can be possible. There is consistency in the decisions because the autocratic leader only takes decisions. There will be no changes in the decisions. Disadvantages of autocratic leadership. One-way communication exists in the autocratic leadership that leads to misunderstanding between the superior and the subordinates. In the autocratic leadership, the subordinates will not get any job satisfaction and morale because they have to obey the orders issued by the autocratic leaders and they have to depend upon the autocratic leaders, so they will not get any job satisfaction. And in autocratic leadership, subordinates will lose their creative thinking because they are unable to tell their opinions to the superior. So they will lose their creative thinking and innovation. They will not be given any chance to think over a situation. In autocratic leadership, the subordinates always depend on their superiors for everything and they are unable to suggest their comments. These are all the disadvantages of autocratic leadership. The second type of leadership is democratic leadership or participative leadership. So it is the complete opposite form of autocratic leadership. In democratic leadership, the leader not only depends on their own capabilities but also consult with the subordinates. Subordinates' opinions are asked in this participative leadership. In the participative leadership, subordinates are invited to participate in planning and decision making. In democratic leadership, the leader encourages ideas and suggestions of the employees. And rewards and punishments are used as a means of motivation. Punishments are not used in this democratic type of leadership. In democratic type of leadership or participative leadership, there is two-way communication. So communication from the leader to the follower, from the follower to the leader. This diagram is important. And democratic leadership. Then the advantages of democratic leadership. In democratic leadership, better decisions can be possible because ideas and suggestions of employees are asked in the decision making because the employees are very nearer to the working environment or to the machine. They know the problems within the machine and the working environment. So their suggestions and their ideas will be very helpful in making that organization a successful one. Then creativity and knowledge and experience of subordinates are used in the decision making. Then two-way communication leads to understanding between superior and the subordinates. In democratic leadership, people get job satisfaction and morale. In participative leadership, individual abilities are developed through participation. In democratic leadership, employees feel more committed to the organization. Disadvantages of democratic leadership: quick decisions cannot be possible as similar in the autocratic leadership. Then second one, participation we viewed as a sign of inefficiency on the part of the leader. And third one, decisions get diluted when attempts are made to please everyone. These are all the disadvantages of participative leadership. And the third type of leadership is laissez-faire leadership. It is also called as free rein leadership. In laissez-faire leadership, the leader has no control over the employees. That is, it is just opposite form of the autocratic leadership. The leader has no control over the employees. Laissez-faire leader assumes just a role of just another member of the group. Laissez-faire leader largely depends on subordinates to set their own goals and to make their own decisions. Employees make their own decisions and they set their own goals, and it will not be in coincidence with the organizational goals. Under laissez-faire leadership, the group enjoys full freedom. Laissez-faire leadership can function effectively. The employees are sincere and devoted to the work. In the laissez-faire leadership, that is, it is also one-way communication from the follower to the leader, and not from the leader to the follower. Then the fourth type, benevolent autocratic leadership. It is a variation of autocratic leadership. In the benevolent autocratic leader listens to the subordinates' opinions, but he makes his own decisions. Benevolent leaders are willing to hear and consider subordinate ideas, but when a decision making is to be done, and they are more autocratic. Benevolent autocratic leadership is successful when the leader is exceptionally strong and wise individual. And the fifth type of leadership is supportive leadership. It is a variation of democratic leadership. In the democratic leader consults with the subordinates and asks their opinions and ideas. It is similar to the democratic leadership. And the supportive leadership, he asks opinion from the subordinates, and also he supports the subordinates. This is called as supportive leadership. So based on authority, there are 5 types of leadership: autocratic leadership, democratic leadership, laissez-faire leadership, and benevolent autocratic leadership, support leadership. Under leadership styles based on managerial grid, there are 5 types. It is placed on the grid. That is 1,1. That is on the x-axis, it is concern for production, and the y-axis concern for people. 1,1 impoverished style. That is no concern for production, no concern for people, very low concern for people and very low concern for production. This is called as impoverished style. Then 5,5. That is middle of the road style. Of concern for production, of concern for people. Then 1,9. Country club style. So no concern for production but concern for people, that is called country club style. Then 9,1. More concern for production and less concern for people. This is called as produce or perish style. Then 9,9 team style. Concern for production as well as concern for people. This type of style is more appreciated. Team style is more appreciated. These are all the 5 types of style, leadership styles based on managerial grid. Thank you.